Hey everyone, welcome to episode 17 of In It to Spin It. We've got some freebies in there for you, so check those out. And we look at a band from Vancouver that just doesn't get its due credit. Band I've been a fan of for a lot of years now. This is Elizabeth. Before we get into the show here, I want to talk about this album I've been listening to quite a bit this year. I just got into it. I walked into the Biltmore one night, actually the night of the Mets show, and this stuff was playing, and I instantly needed to know what it was, so I asked the guy. Turns out this is a Kraftwerk branch off. Came out in 1972. Sounds like it could be recorded last week. It's really great, long, drawn-out, droney instrumental for the most part. But turns out a very famous band. I'm just pointing it out for the people that have never heard of it because I wish someone pointed it out to me earlier. It's fucking awesome. Get into it. Check it out if you like that stuff. So here we have a freebie for you. This is Juvenile Hall coming out of Vancouver with their third album called Magazine Collage. Came out late of 2012. I think it's their third album. Pretty good punk stuff on here, a couple really great tracks. Overall, pretty good album. Check it out. Here's the download for you. So next up is time for our look at Elizabeth, a local Vancouver band who was always going to be on In It to Spin It from day one. All they had to do was simply say yes. I've been a fan for a long time now. We catch up with them in the middle of recording their third album at the Warehouse Studios in Vancouver. Let's see what they had to say. Okay, hey everyone, we're here with a great band coming out of Vancouver. This is Elizabeth. Why don't you guys take a second to introduce yourselves?
I'm Paul, the drummer.
Yeah.
Rory, bass.
Reggie.
Daver, guitars.
Okay, thanks guys. It's great to be here with you. Thank you so much for making the time to do this. Beautiful view here on this night. Elizabeth has been a perennial favorite of mine in the city. Vancouver band, one of my favorite bands since 05 when I saw you guys open for Hot Hot Heat at the Media Club. I think that was pre-EP even.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a long time ago. A lot has happened for you guys since then. You had the EP out, 2 LPs in 07 and 2011. And where do we find Elizabeth in 2013? How's everything going for you guys right now?
Currently we're wrapping up album 3.
We're about halfway through, I would say.
Yeah. Wrapping up the first half of album 3 is what I was saying. You let me finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the tracks are written. We're just laying them down, and I mean, most bands probably say this, but I think this is going to be our best record yet. I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, and you guys are doing that at the Warehouse again, same as Hazards, Horrors, and Liabilities, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, how's the vibe in the Warehouse? Who are you working with?
Eric Mosher is a producer. He did the previous record. We liked working with him so much that we had to go back and get him again.
Yeah.
Nice. He's kind of
Good
become
man.
like the 5th dude in the group, you know. He's a good guy to bounce ideas off of.
It's a ridiculous vibe, though. I mean, they have the console that the Sex Pistols use. The whole place is an open space, big roof, pianos, anything you need. At one point in the last record, Rory was like, "I'm gonna play a triangle," and they pull out a triangle.
Literally play a triangle.
Like, anything you need is lying around. It's great. It's a good vibe.
It's a beautiful space.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to get in there twice. Once during Stiff Upper Lip recording with
Oh my
AC/DC.
God, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, didn't Eric work on that
Yeah,
too?
he did.
Yeah.
Was he there?
No, they were all at the Four Seasons, but I used to know the sound engineer there, Ron.
Yeah, it's an amazing space.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So, do you guys have a working title for the album yet?
I haven't even thought of that.
No.
I got a list, but they'll shut
Yeah.
down most of them
Ah.
until we find one.
Okay.
Well, the last record you took out of Hunter S. Thompson, didn't you just open the book and find it?
Well, I was reading it and I came across it, but yeah, the second album, that's a line from Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing, nice.
Yeah. So-
Okay, but when everything comes around, we're going to expect some singles, maybe some videos.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've actually got a guy making quite a few videos this time around.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we got a few people interested in making videos, so we'll probably have multiple videos, I'm thinking,
Very
for
cool.
this record, yeah.
And what's the direction? What's the actual sound like this time around for you guys?
I would say this is our most pop record without us being
Well,
Whatever
a fully
our,
pop
our
band.
version of pop is.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it pop.
No, I mean our version of pop.
Yeah.
We
The
had-
most pop we're gonna
I think
get.
our one stipulation was all songs need to be under 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So we've aimed to kind of, a lot of them are like 3.5, so they're,
Right in
very
there.
concise.
Okay.
It's probably going to be the most accessible album
Yeah.
of ours, I'd say.
I don't know,
We'll
man.
see.
The first
If
one
I
is
have
pretty
something to do
awesome.
with it, I don't.
I love the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guitar work, especially on the first one. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, we got Paul is a monster back there on drums, Reggie on vocals,
Thank you.
Rory walking the bass lines, and Davor adds the amazing atmospheric guitar stuff. How do all these things come together when writing songs? How do Elizabeth's songs get written? Is it completely collaborative or?
Every song has its own
Yeah.
thing going for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There is not one method. I mean, each album has definitely had a different process. That's for sure.
Yeah, the first record was all me. Like that's all of my songs that had lying around, and I just took it to these guys. We just
We'd hash it
fleshed
out in the studio or in the
Yeah.
rehearsal space. Yeah.
Second one, Rory started writing some tunes as well, and then
I got one on there,
Endeavor.
too.
Yeah, I know, Endeavor as well, and now the third one, it's like almost the split between all three of us.
Yeah.
It's the most, I think, the most of everybody.
Well, yeah,
It's
we've got about 20 tracks to choose from now, so
Really,
it's kind of
yeah.
this has been the most difficult because of that.
This is the most songs we've had at once.
Yeah.
I really
Sure,
miss
yeah.
my dictatorship that I had on the first record, to be honest.
So it was all you vocals on the first album, right?
Yeah.
And then you branched
Was
out.
it?
Yeah.
We didn't even do backing vocals.
Oh,
for
wow.
No.
it. Except for that one.
War's beautiful.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
even did my own
We
backing
didn't really know
vocals
harmonies and shit
did.
at
on
that
a lot of
point.
the first
Well,
records.
it's raw, stripped down, and I think it
Yeah.
works. I love that album, man. So you guys have great energy live. By now, you've got a massive, wicked back catalog. War is Beautiful, Dancing to the Heart, Disco Terran, KS, Diminishing Returns. You guys should check all those out. Awesome tunes. I still feel that you guys are underappreciated and underrated in this,
Agreed.
Thank you.
in this damn city. You guys have been, yeah.
Wake up, people!
Yeah, speaking of that, is it a little frustrating at times? Do you feel that same way?
Oh,
Because I
completely.
think
Yeah.
there's
I
a
don't
lot of
feel
bands.
frustration.
Well,
not frustrated.
I think about it when we go to other cities and
Yeah.
we realize how much the people really want to hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's again, frustration is maybe not the word because it's like it sounds like a first world problem. Like I'm
No.
concerned that I'm not. We
Yeah.
get to play tunes.
It's still
we do
good
our
here.
thing.
Yeah, it's
you're
still
doing
good
it for the love. For
And,
we
yeah,
play it
it's
for
like-
us. Yeah.
yeah.
That's the thing I think
Yeah,
you
in the
said
end,
once.
if
We
there's
would
no
do
one
it anyway,
listening,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's no one listening, we're
Yeah.
not playing anyways.
But
You
there's
just
tons of
change
people
one
here who
person.
appreciate it, and
Yeah.
we appreciate it. They come
Well,
to
that's
the
good, yeah.
shows.
I think there's a lot of bands getting way more recognition that are like half what you guys have got going on up on
Thanks.
stage, and guitar-wise, instrumentation, the whole thing.
Well, the thing is, we've also gotten. I mean, we've gotten press in like the Enemy in the UK and BBC
Yeah, you
radio
guys toured
and
over
stuff
there.
like that, and like it's almost like
We can't get it here.
yeah, it's
Well,
almost
I think
easier to
what's
play
the,
it
the
there.
good
and
story
then-
is when we opened for the Cribs, and I think it was going really well. Someone was shouting like, "Where are you guys from?"
Yeah.
And it's like, well, down the street.
Yeah, literally down the street.
Everyone
yeah.
always thinks when we play bigger shows with bigger bands that we're from out of town as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
Speaking of which, the Cribs is just one band in a long line of many that I've seen you open for, that you guys have opened for. My favorite, I mean, you guys have done Arctic Monkeys, Metric, Hot Heat. My favorite was the Death from Above 1979 Red Room show.
Great
that was nuts.
We did a bunch of shows with
Great
them. It was
band.
awesome.
Yeah, you guys did a little tour with them, but Red Room was just crazy that night.
We did some songs that like that we never recorded at that point, right? Was
Really?
that was really
Probably.
early on? I think we had some songs in the.
Okay, so speaking of
Action
those
part
opening band slots, what are some of the most memorable shows you've played in Vancouver, and what are your favorite venues in our city?
Commodore. We've been lucky enough to play there a few times.
Yeah.
and that's always good.
Richards doesn't exist anymore.
Richards
which I
was
love.
one of my favorites. Richards
Yeah.
and
Nice.
Richards.
Always had a
And
good stinky vibe in
That
there.
Hot Hot Heat show for me was because it was one of our first really big ones.
At Richards?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, I missed that.
Yeah, that was.
What year was that?
Did we play with them at Richards?
I don't remember.
Oh no, I'm thinking Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
That was
that.
our first gig.
That was the first big gig.
Nice. Okay.
And the Arctic Monkeys at the Forum.
Well,
Oh,
Libertines
yeah.
is probably my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
band out of the bands that we played with. We
Same
played with
here.
them without Pete, but it was still cool. I love Carl. I love that band.
Yeah.
They're one of the best.
And that's why the Cribs makes the list for me. Got to meet Johnny Marr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
cool.
such
He
a
asked
nice guy.
specifically for our CD, which blew our minds.
Wow.
So
Who knows where it is now? But,
Nice.
yeah.
hey man, he's got it.
Cool. So do we have a street date for you guys?
Oh Lord.
Far away, I guess, if you're only halfway
Yeah,
through.
2039.
No, I would think it would be done by sometime next year.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure next year.
Yeah.
For sure next
Okay.
year. It's just a matter of us
Because
getting.
we are like almost halfway done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got the material. It's just a matter of getting the time with Eric because he's quite busy these days.
He's really in
He's
demand.
blown
right
up
now,
since working with us on the last record. It's true. He plays it for everyone. He says, and
He's a
everyone
good-
always wants to work
he's a good
with
producer.
him now. So.
Yeah. He's a great producer. Yeah.
So, one other thing. What is the Save on Meats thing you guys were added to recently?
Oh,
That's
really
really
cool.
cool.
that.
The compilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got asked to be part of the compilation. It was I can't remember the exact name of the
We'll put it in here.
thing.
It's a good cause. and
Children
there's
for children.
A lot of great bands on there. I'm
Children
hoping
for
they want to maybe do a benefit show, which would be great. 'cause
Yeah,
there's
that'd
a
be
ton
cool.
of great enough bands on there to do like a week's worth of gigs
Yeah, there are.
and raise
Lot
some
of,
serious money.
So we're happy to be a
cross-section.
part of that.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, well, I don't know, look for the new LP from Elizabeth, and thank you so much for joining us. I implore you, get into these guys. First X Communications is a fantastic place to start, solid from start to finish. Check them out. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
There you go.
Thank you.
Good with that?
Yeah.